So, audience, you have any questions for Luke? Because, like Luke talked about, he has a lot of experience in helping people. So, if you have any questions for Luke, you could add in your comments, or there's a question mark symbol, so you could ask those questions also. So, meanwhile, Luke, so so you talked about insomnia. So this is one thing, look, which I have been hearing from people. So what is your take on this? People talk about this chest palpitations and having this burning sensation in the body. So how do you handle those kinds of situations, Luke?
Hand on the table. Get away from the labels: anxiety, depression, insomnia. What does it feel like? It's a burning sensation. It's a stiff sensation. It's a heavy sensation. It's a damp sensation. Whatever it is, and getting clients to realize, are you threatened right now? Are you in danger? Well, no. And then knowing no. And like having that feeling of burn, that sensation of burning, does that put you in danger? Oh no, it's just a sensation. And then you have another sensation after that, which might be completely being cleared. You might have another sensation of being completely heavy. One thing I know about human beings is this: when we start to observe the sensations in the body, they always change. They always shift. Heavy, light, soft, hard, smooth, raggedy, open, closed, whatever the sensory words are that talk about your experience. Is so I've got this burning sensation, I've got this tightness sensation. You've got this burning sensation. You've got this tight sensation. Are you threatened right now? Are you in danger? No. And know that. Know that. What's the sensation now? Oh, it feels like there's some bubbling going on. But getting people to realize, guess what? I could get you to think of the most terrible things in the world happening to you and your family, like really like a horror movie, and you could really say it, and you wouldn't like to do it. I'm not saying you should do it, but you could make it as real as possible. Have the most horrible, heinous things happen in your mind, the most negative, horrible thoughts, and none of it happens to you or your family. In the same way that you can now, obviously, if you're going to have a heart attack, that's something different. Call the medical professionals right there. If it's a real, that's very different. But beating heart, whatever, just realize that it's just a sensation, and it's neither good nor bad. It just is, and it's going to change in a moment. It cannot not change, and knowing that all we are is we're changing all the time, is there any threat in that sensation? Is that is there any threat? I don't do it to play games with people. I want them not to get here because, oh yeah, look, I get it, which means they don't. I don't want them to get it here. It's not an head game. It's a body. No, but do you know? Oh yeah, I feel the palpitation. There's no threat. It's just palpitation. Well, I could do 100 jumping jacks right now. My heart's going to palpitate. I'm not in danger. I could run around my corridor right here. Heart goes up. I've still got the same sensation, the palpitation. Am I in danger? Oh no. There's no label. It just is. It just is. So getting people, I do jiu-jitsu, Brazilian jiu-jitsu. So a lot of that stuff is being on the ground with a guy or a woman. We call it rolling. And we're looking to choke someone out, get a submission, an ankle lock. But really what it is getting used to being in uncomfortable positions and not just tapping out, not just surrender. It has nothing to do about being a tough guy or anything like that. It's about being comfortable in uncomfortable positions. A few weeks ago, I had a few days where I started to feel this thing called anxiety. I'm like, why am I feeling it now? I was having people on top of me, heavier than me, smothering me, not even submitting me, but all this weight. And I've never had a panic attack before. A lot of people say they've had a panic attack, but most people haven't. But I was almost having an out-of-body experience. Like, I need to get the hell out of here. This is really, really horrible. And I said to myself, if I'm going to keep coming back to these classes, I need to be able to deal with this. And I was reading this book, and it was by a famous MMA fighter called Hickson Gracie. And it was like, jiu-jitsu is about becoming uncomfortable in uncomfortable positions. So I've got this guy on top of me the next time, and I can't breathe. And I'm like, remember about being comfortable in uncomfortable situations. So rather than just being flat on my back, I just twisted my hips a little bit. So I had a second two to breathe. I'm still in a really uncomfortable, precarious situation. Guess what? And I can breathe, and I'm not in danger yet because he's not going for the choke or the arm. Getting comfortable
Yes.
in uncomfortable situations. I'm not in inherent danger. Now, if he starts to grab his arm and go for a rear naked choke, I need to fight to get out of that. If he goes for a Kimura, grab my arm, but he wasn't. He was just trying to make me uncomfortable, which is part of the game. Be comfortable in uncomfortable situations. Then we grow. Palpitations, yeah, it's going to go in a minute. Be okay with it. Don't strap a label on it. It will be
Yes.
okay. There's no threat right now. I know it.
Yes. I totally get it, like what you're saying.